Good day, today you're with Forest Geograph. And right now, we could be observing unique footage of a forest bear preparing for hibernation. It seems to be at an intermediate stage between stocking up supplies and settling down for a long, well-deserved sleep. Ah, did we trick you? No, this is definitely not a bear and certainly not a real den. This is yet another attempt by a serviceman to arrange an improvised hideout, something like a tent, to spend time peacefully in these woods. But something constantly disrupts his peace. Apparently, he is constantly bothered by the local mosquitoes, like this one that landed right near his feet. Of course, these are not ordinary mosquitoes. These are especially dangerous flying objects that perform their work with surgical precision. Unfortunately for the soldier, such a tent proved to be insufficiently reliable for protection. And as we see, these mosquitoes here are indeed very persistent, and they complete their mission to incapacitate the target with maximum success. If Forest Geograph watches the forest inhabitants, then Field Geographic closely monitors order in the open fields. Here is a clear example. Two young men decided they could either fish or swim in this field puddle, although it is strictly prohibited. Of course, this didn't stop them from hurriedly using their radio to tell others about their unexpected find. And they probably didn't forget to mention the local storks, who, however, bring something entirely different instead of babies. And so it happened. After several rapid flights by the storks, the puddle was secured from intruders, and the trespassers in the field, who were attempting to establish communication, were ultimately stripped naked by 3 distinct penalties. This is the incapacitation of the target, which also ensures they will think twice before violating territorial rules next time. The archerfish is considered the most accurate animal in the world. It fires a thin stream of water to knock down an insect flying over the water, and then feasts on it. But this is, of course, a slightly different habitat than the one where our unmanned aerial vehicles operate. Sure, there are eagles here that dive onto their prey, but these specialist drones incapacitate targets while remaining high in the sky, operating with such surgical precision that any archerfish would simply be envious. For them, there is no difference. They can perform the immobilization of a stationary target or incapacitate a truck moving at full speed, delivering enemy logistics. They work regardless of the target speed or its maneuvers. This is true, unparalleled accuracy. And now we will show you why unmanned aerial vehicles sometimes direct their apparatuses into seemingly empty hideouts, as if wasting their payload. But that is not the case. Every shelter is a potential location for both personnel and supplies awaiting the next assault. Even theoretical, visually empty shelters pose a great threat, especially when 5 individuals in full gear run directly into them on video. However, as we can see, neither their numbers nor these improvised hideouts could provide reliable protection. A passenger car, reinforced with a drone cage and a modified rear section, what could possibly go wrong? One might think. Well, the unmanned aerial vehicle directed its apparatus incapacitating two individuals who were sitting precisely in the rear, protected part of the vehicle. Following a second strike, the car was completely immobilized. And what did the driver and the front passenger do? Correct, they abandoned their comrades and ran to find cover. Volleyball is definitely not their forte because, firstly, volleyball is a team sport, and secondly, the one hiding under the tractor has terrible hand skills. He won't catch a single ball, and certainly not anymore. This blue tractor became an ironic symbol of the end of the road for another assault group. The servicemen probably truly believe they've landed in some kind of fantasy book. They can't seem to grasp that they are not in the world of Harry Potter, and their improvised camouflage covers are definitely not an invisibility cloak. Do they genuinely think that if they cover themselves slightly with that cloak, the drone operator in the sky will suddenly think, "Oh, where did he go? He must have vanished." No, that won't happen. Even the simplest thermal scanner or the vigilant eye of the operator sees that movement, that thermal anomaly. All these attempts to create the illusion of disappearance are just a waste of time. They offer no defense against detection and final incapacitation. And of course, we continue to talk about transport vehicles, but today the focus is not just on mobility. Today's footage demonstrates the incapacitation of light and heavy motor vehicles that were specially modified for combat. They are fitted with fixed machine guns and ammunition, while the heavy models transport critically important weapons kits. The statistics for October, provided by a single unit, are impressive. 9 vehicles and 3 tractors completely put out of action, with an additional 42 vehicles and 11 tractors damaged. Damaged means that the equipment is rendered unusable for immediate operation. While they may possibly be repaired later, for now, they are definitively stopped, which is a massive blow to enemy logistics. And the final clip for today demonstrates how the initiative to destroy shelters continues. This is the finale created thanks to the fervent requests of the unmanned aerial vehicles. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.